We are back. Put on the kettle and listen to some knocking noises because today's episode was serving 27 minutes of diagnostic disasters. Welcome to the life of a mobile mechanic. Boom. Good morning, everyone. We are currently on a playing field. We're not allowed to say where this is, kind of, but we are currently on a Range Rover Evoque. We were here probably a few weeks back, probably like a month ago, to diagnose. We thought it was an alternator fault because it was overheating and stuff, but we later found out that the power steering is shorted to ground. So you'll see it in a minute. It's not the alternator that the recovery guy thought. It's not. We will show you what the damage is like. The alternator gets really hot for when he's driving it and stuff. He broke down on the M40, whatever. But here we are now. We are going to be fixing his car with a brand new second-hand wiring loom because Range Rover doesn't want to help him out. And apparently it's out of stock now, that wiring loom, so let's get to it. John's on it already, like a thief in the night. Do you like that swollen socket? I'll do that. You do, innit? It's good for the Range Rovers, Fords, innit? Look at that. Big man. Too heavy for you, mate. Right, so here is what we are playing with. So you can just about see it. That brown wire right there, it's split and it's been rubbing on the gearbox. So yeah, it's short to ground. And to remove this, we have to pretty much remove the bolt for the steering rack just so that we can raise it a little bit. And then you can see the connector right here. You can just about see it right there. That we have to remove. I can get my hand on this one here, but not the CAN bus wire because it's all the way under. That's why we have to remove this bolt right here. Get it out. Yeah, there's loads of shit here. The lambda sensor might be affected as well. It looks like it's split. No, that's not a lambda, that's a EGT from the looks of it. Things are gonna be in the way, like the sway bar and all of that. And this, oh dear, why would you design it where it's gonna get compressed, eh? Right, where is that? The problem is right there. I don't know if you can see it. All the CAN bus stuff is not there. That's the reason why we couldn't get a power steering module to come up, because of that. It's connected to the CAN bus. But now I feel like this is the wrong wire.
It's over there, mate.
Huh?
It's over there.
Because there's an extra wire right there.
Oh no.
Hold on. Don't know what wire that is, and also for the CAN bus from it is completely different. Right there, the wiring is completely different. I'm sorry. Right, okay, so that is the brand new second-hand wiring loom right there. We still had to use the old one purely because that one just doesn't fit. It's completely different connectors, completely different wiring. What's it called? The pin out is completely different, let's just say. Anyway, now I can actually see the power steering control module right there. Before, that wasn't there. And another story is that there is 2 extra wires where I don't even know where they go. So on the pin out going to the control module, there's 2 extra wires, but we traced it down all the way to the other side and those 2 wires have disappeared. Yeah, it's strange, really. Very strange, isn't it, John?
So weird.
Yeah, but it's those 2 wires that have got a split on them. We connected those 2 together and now the power steering control module is present again. Yeah, weird. I even had a look at Haynes, all data. I looked at the wiring diagram and there's only meant to be 6 connectors, wires, pinouts on that. And there's 8 wires on the old wiring. I don't know, I'm confused. But anyway, it's somewhat sorted for now, but owner is saying that he's gonna get it rectified elsewhere. He's gonna go and buy the wire because this wire doesn't match up and the one that he's got in the car is apparently obsolete according to Range Rover. So yeah, anyway, let's put everything back together. Right, now everything is back in. The next thing that we've got to do is pretty much wait to see if the alternator is going to overheat or not, because that was the issue. That alternator used to overheat. We'll wait, we'll put it on the ground and just give it a little twirly whirly and see if that temperature of the alternator is hot or not. And as you can see there is no error, obviously, except for the doors being open and stuff like that. Before, you would see the battery light for whatever reason. Well, it's not for whatever reason, it's because the alternator was heating up. But anyway, before you would see it there, and then it would just flash you with the ABS fault, and all sorts of stuff. So, but at the moment, all is clear. All right, so that is us job done on that Range Rover. He's going to be taking it home, and I think he's going to be selling it. Some of you guys might hate me for that, but you know, we didn't have the right stuff to fix it. So he said that he's going to go to a Range Rover specialist to have it sorted properly. Like what I said, I'm not a Sparky, so I'm not really good with my wiring and stuff like that. Yes, I'm not scared to admit that, because I am not that guy. I'm not a perfect guy. So anyway, we're going to move on to a diagnostic. I forgot what it is. I think his car does not start. See you there. And here we are with the Ford Focus, and it's got misfire and stuff. It's juddering. Can you turn it on, please, John? It seems fine.
It sounds fine.
Rev it.
Until...
That's it. What? He said he was having a misfire, that's what he said.
Imagine this one. No, I'm joking.
Have a look, scan it, and then we'll see. There you go, cylinder 2 misfire detected. So let's go to live data and have a look at what the score is. Now, there is nothing much really on the live data. There is no data logging for misfire. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the wirings and stuff like that before we start replacing spark plugs and callbacks and all sorts. Look at that. Look, it's just been sprayed with WD-40, including the terminal on the core pack. Now, the thing is, I've just been off the phone to him, and he's saying that he doesn't know when the spark plugs was last replaced. He said he's done a service last year way below 12,000 miles, but he doesn't know if the spark plug's been changed or not. So we're going to inspect it to see, because the core pack on this, they are notorious as well to fail, but we will see. What the? That's cylinder 1, isn't it?
That's one.
Holy. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Let me put the flash on. That's finished.
Oh,
that
my lord.
is also finished. Go on, pop the second one out. Oh, please don't break, please don't break. Oh god. Bloody hell. Is it tight?
It's tight.
It's tight.
It's what you like.
Oh. Yeah, that's bro, that's done as well. Oh my lord. Yeah, that is not good. You alright, yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Cylinder 3 is not looking good. Look, it is wet in there as well. Alright mate, let me just explain something. So you see that core plug in there, so where the tip of my finger is, I'm pointing right at it. So that thing is leaking and that needs to be replaced. This one is even worse. Look, you can see water inside there. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bigger job than we thought. You can see it right there. That's all wet. That's even wetter. That's bad. And this one is wet as well. Water on the electrical contact on the spark plugs is no good. So first thing that we have to do is obviously replace the spark plugs and replace the core plug as well. Problem with the core plug is I will have to call Ford and find out when they can get it in for us.
Right, so what did the customer say then?
He said, unfortunately, that he is going to be scrapping the car because it's not worth, obviously, fixing the core plug and also replacing the spark plugs and the core pack, because the car is worth less than the repair, if that makes sense. So it's uneconomical. So he's going to scrap it. That being said, he's also asked us to help him find a car. But of course, we've got to mention our sponsor of the video, which is Vehicle Score. And Vehicle Score, they actually offer instant free history check for any vehicle in the UK and Ireland. And this is for free. they have a scoring system that would indicate if your car is under finance, if it's been on an accident and stuff like that, for free. And I just want to mention that if someone else has done an HPI check on the same vehicle that you're checking, for 2 weeks they are giving out basically the HPI check for free. Just think about that, all these free things that you can do with Vehicle Score. How amazing is that? And obviously they offer a comprehensive report as well for the third of the price of the next leading HPI checker online. So if you want to check your current vehicle or the vehicle that you're about to purchase, don't forget to visit Vehicle Score to check the history of the car. Use MARV20 for 20% discount off your purchase on the website. So thank you Vehicle Score for sponsoring this video.
Link is in the description.
We have now got this Audi A3. For this one, we're going to be replacing the shock absorbers and spring all around. The customer's providing all of the part. He was working on it, but he was just snapping things left, right and center. So he thought, you know what, basically just gave us a call and we'll sort it for him. John, what's he got there?
Admire in this car, mate.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
It's like one of those barn finds.
Yeah, that thing is like
Been sat here for about
6 years.
6 years,
5,
he
6
says.
years. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Mate.
Beautiful. But anyway, let's get this thing done. Let's go.
Nice and sunny.
That's out. Which bit are you on now?
Oh, this bit.
That's out now. John is still trying to remove this bolt.
The rounded one.
What are you gonna do to it?
Snap the bolts.
I'm gonna snap the bolts. All right, let's see this. Go on, John.
Or try to.
Go on. Let's see your power then. See if you can actually snap it. Go on.
Jesus Christ.
Go on. Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You managed to snap it? Is it snapping?
Spinning up top.
Is it spinning up top?
Yeah.
Oh, dread. Is it actually?
Yeah. Oh my days.
Did you just fart as well?
Yeah.
You disgusting.
No, I didn't.
Is it actually spinning up
Yeah,
top?
yeah, look.
Oh, you can hold that at least.
Yeah.
All right.
What size
Okay.
is that? 17?
This is annoying. And if you've worked on Audis before, you might know that when that bolt breaks, you know you're in for a bad time. Ah, man. John, how do you feel about that?
Bloody dreadful, mate.
Yeah. So I effed up and damaged the part that was given to me. I don't know how it went in, but it was fine. It was going in fine, and then it went, and that is that. And I'm very sorry for this. I know that you're gonna be watching. All right, I'm very sorry, but yeah, we are gonna be replacing this as well anyway, and we're gonna give him a new one because obviously this is my fault, not his fitting fault. But yeah, anyway, what we did is temporarily we actually fitted an anti-roll bar link from Optimal, as you can see right there. This is a Jomo part, so it's not really the best quality. I actually have no idea because I actually tightened it by hand first and then it just went. Nothing goes right when you're working with cars. Innit, John? Innit, John? Kaput. Now John is just putting everything back in. Owner said as low as possible, so we're gonna see.
We did.
We're gonna see how low that is, John, isn't it? But yeah, drop link on that side as well. Obviously we can't fit the aftermarket one. We still have to do the rear. This is the other set. Aye. Aye. As low as humanly possible. But obviously the rear is raised for now, but 3 fingers earlier, well, it's like 2.5 fingers, it won't go in. But once that side is done, which we are starting, then we can have a look and see. Oh my god, yeah, that's crunched, that's finished. We're going to be replacing that rear spring and the shocks and the dreaded bolt. Goodness me, pray for us. That was nice. Please, the other side be nice. And look at all this mess. I have showered in this, and also the dreaded snappy bolt, the one that goes across like that, thankfully didn't snap. Mate, that was a manky job, man. But anyway, I'm just glad that this came off. So let's remove the other side. But John, what are you doing?
Removing the brakes.
Removing the brakes. Okay, let's see your tackers. Hey, John.
Oh, come on.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, sorry, bro.
Oh, let me see. Let me see.
New weapon.
Is that a torpedo?
New weapon choice. You know what? I feel like I'm doing this wrong because
Going too smoothly.
no. It's got 2 bump stops now. It shouldn't be like.
Wow.
Wow.
So good.
Hey, wow, idiot.
Very good mechanic.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Myself.
Oh.
I like to do that. Now that makes sense. Now I make sense. Plonk it in there. Alright, I have to fill this by hand now. What's a dirty environment? If you're a mobile mech and you don't shower every day, you're crazy. John knows about that.
Yeah, look at that. On his
He
head.
doesn't shower every day.
Got dandruff everywhere. Look at
Oh yeah.
him. Look.
As if
He's snowing. Bro, look at your shoulders, bro. Snowing.
Oh man, this is a struggle. And that is the story to be told with the shocks and the lowering springs as well. Next thing that we have to do now is to replace the brake pads in this. Again, customer provided part. It's a Brembo, so that's good. But that, as you know, is a pain in the backside to sort out. But we'll get to it. So whilst John is over there, and that's for a reason, check this. This is just not budging. Try to use 3/8, but we're gonna put an 18mm on that because it is an 18. It's not a 17. Half inch, John. Please don't snap. Oh, it's turning. Okay. Is the other side turning? Because if it isn't,
It's gonna snap.
it is. Wow. Just look at the state of this disc and this pads. It's just corroded. Even there, look. Yeah, that's no good. That's on the lip, as you can see that line. It's probably squeaking, maybe. I don't know. But we're replacing it with Brembos. Obviously new fittings as well, because the customer is a good customer. He knows how to look after his car. Little story about this car. He's only got it for 350 quid, so bless. That's why he's spending some coilovers and new brakes and right, the pads are going in. If I did my job correctly, that should just slide in without me hammering it. There you go. Nice. Nice. Proper braking part. Go on. Yeah, I think so. Go on. Right. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Yeah. Surprisingly. Well, it's John's lucky day. He's found a seized pin, caliper pin. What size is that? Let's have a look. 15. Yeah, look. That is tough on us. That is no good. Alright. Yeah, after we've sanded it, what does it look like now?
Nice and greased.
Yeah, that's it. Nice twirly whirling. Lovely. Now I've finally I can finish my side now after helping John all day. Same thing as mine. So mine is perfectly perfect, as you can see. That's fine. Same with this end here. Let's go. Let's get it done. I want to go home. Look at that. That is like very nice, I would say. How about this side? How about this side? That's the same. That is also slammed. This side, lovely. And same on this side, of course. But John's just talking, I can't show you. Yeah. Anyway, we're off for a test drive now, so let's do it. Right, so there was the brake warning light was coming on, the brake wear light. And we have just sorted that, fingers crossed. That is perfect. Love to see it. And boom, just like that, we are now on this Mercedes-Benz C200, I believe it is. Customer is complaining about an oil leak on this one. You could see it here, look. You could see right there, that is, oh no, not that one, but he said somewhere. Because it's normally parked the other way. You can just about see it under there, look. That is a lot of oil dripping out. Oh, it's E200 by the way, not C200. But anyway, yeah, he's saying that he keeps on topping it up, etc, etc. So we're gonna be inspecting it. Let me show you. If we look at the engine bay, John, are you seeing it already? Yeah?
Kind of bad.
It's kind of bad, isn't it? You can see it just there. And that is the oil cooler leaking. Either that's going to be the actual oil cooler itself or the gaskets on the pipe. So we will check a look. Right, so we have now removed all of the under tray and stuff, and there is actually multiple points of leak. So let me show you. It's quite bad. But like what I said, you can see there that the oil cooler is 100% leaking. You can see it right there. And then it travels forward to right about here. Trust me, I know that it's oil because I tasted it. Anyway, next one is the sump gasket on this. Look, you can see it there, that is trickling quite bad. So that is spraying all the way back here. You can see it right there. That piece right there is leaking quite badly. And you can also see the other oil cooler, which is right there where the tip of my finger is, that's leaking as well. So that's the one that's coming from the top. So yeah, we gotta let the customer know that he's unfortunately gonna have to spend some amount.
What can you see?
Right, so we're just using the test long. We're just using the test long right here because I can see much clearer using this. And I can say that the oil cooler, as you can see right there, yeah, you can see right there, that is just continuously dripping even when the car is not turned on. Look, yeah, thankfully we got help from Tesla because you can see it right there that it's just dripping continuously even without it turned on. That's going to be the repair of the century. So thanks to Tesla, we actually managed to find out what is leaking, because this is a very complicated space to get to. Oh, look at that, man, that's crazy. Let's let the customer know. Right, so now the car is running. How bad is that, Mike? It's quite bad, look. See it? It is shaking me. All right, so cool, that is us done diagnosing this car. I'm pulling faces because, like, as much as I want to help this guy, unfortunately, you know, with these ones, to take off the sump gasket is going to be a mission. I said to him, look, I can help you with the oil cooler, that's absolutely fine, but I cannot help you with obviously the sump gasket because it is pretty difficult to remove that on the floor because we have to take the subframe down, which means that this thing has to come down as well. But anyway, let's go and move on to the next job. Ooh, right, next job. Now we have got a Mitsubishi Colt in for a clutch actuator fault, and as you can see here, it's one of those semi-automatic, so it's a manual but it's robotized. Hopefully I make sense to you guys. It's just the computer changing the gears for you. It's not a full auto, it's still got a clutch on it, so it's not one of those torque converter ones. But anyway, enough talk. So customer states that whenever they put it in gear, it just goes poof, and now apparently it stopped working from what I can remember from his story. I'll show you what it does for when we trying to drive it. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it here, but you will hear it like clunk in place. There you go. And same again, if you put it in neutral or if you put it in reverse, there will be a, oh, there's no clunk that time. Put it in auto, there you go, clunk. And you can see it here actually. See the rev counter? There. Just like there's a delay where it just goes like this. But let's go and find out what is actually going on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the airbox and the battery and all of that stuff. So I'll show you. So from what I heard, what the customer told me anyway, that it's been replaced like
A year ago.
6 months, I think.
6 months.
Yeah, something like that. And I can actually see it that it's shiny. Now my question is, has it been programmed into the car properly or not? Because if it hasn't, then it would still cause the same issue. So I'll show you that the shiny part under there is actually looks new. You can see it right there, it's shining. So that's new. Since it's new, we know that it's new. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to program it into the car. Maybe that the previous garage just forgotten to do this step. Let's do it. Now I'm just trying to adapt the gearbox, but I am having trouble because it's now showing 0, and obviously the car will not start if the gearbox doesn't adapt properly. Might have to check Haynes for the guide on this because I'm puzzled. Right, as annoying as it is, unfortunately, I couldn't fix the problem with this car. I've spent probably a good 2 hours on it. It's showing that the EEPROM is cracked pretty much. I've used one of my devices as well, and it's not adapting. So yeah, it's going to be a main dealer job, unfortunately, or a what's it called, a Mitsubishi specialist. And yes, this is what a bad day could look like. As much as we are able to fix most things, there are also some stuff that we have to turn away from. But being me, I always like to take it home in a bag and review what's happened to be better for the next one. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please share it with your friends if you have any. Like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.